It's the story of six-time Premier League champion Phil Foden at just 25 years old. This season, he has 10 goals, 4 assists, almost by this point equaling his output from last season. Those numbers also include from the 24-25 season his Club World Cup performance. We're going to talk a little bit about Phil Foden. We're going to talk a little bit about all the other English talents that are fighting for a spot at the World Cup with Thomas Tuchel. Phil Foden has had in batches an up and down season, a strong mid part of the season where it looked like he was back, but Troy, he hasn't scored or been impactful in a little while now.
Yeah, in his last 9 games, no goals. Phil Foden is an interesting character. If you just look at those stats and those numbers, for such a young player, you say, oh my God, he's amazing, he's fantastic. For me, I think over the last 2 years, you go back 2 years, Nigel was the best he'd ever been. Young player of the year, one player of the year, makes you think, oh my God, we've got a world beater on. Last year, had some difficulties, both with injury and off the field stuff. Kind of lost it. And now we're seeing it in between of that. It's like when he's not impactful, like the weekend against Man United, gets dragged very early, 58 minutes, they drag him off the pitch.
Yeah.
But then when he's good, you're like, he has to play, he has to start. And just for him now and to go to the levels I think he can go, Nico, I need to see it more consistently.
That's the problem. He set such high standards that we are judging him to the standards that he set. And reality of it is, he's not reaching those standards that he set for himself so far.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, if you guys at home have dirty minds, don't worry. The paddles are for a game we're about to play, all right? They say in and out. And just you guys, we cut into the segment and you guys have those...
There's only one using that paddle. There's only one using that paddle between the two of us, I'll let you know.
All right, listen, we are going to talk about these English talents and whether we think they are going to make Thomas Tuchel's 26-man squad for the World Cup coming up in 2026, right, this summer. So, first on the deck is Phil Foden. Do we think he will make the squad?
At this moment of time, I'm going to say out.
Wow.
And the reason why I'd say out quickly, Nico, is for me, Thomas Tuchel said he doesn't see him out wide. He sees him in the middle. And there's a lot of competition in that middle spot right now when you talk about Morgan Rogers, Jude Bellingham, and maybe even Eze can adapt in there. And the moment as well, playing regular football plays a part. So at the moment, I would have to say out.
Say in. For what Thomas Tuchel did in the last away, played him as a 9, as a false 9. I think he'll find a way to just get him in. But I think the fact that we both can make compelling arguments suggests where he is in his career. So I think if he's playing well, and the man from 2 years ago, we'd both say in.
100%. Last
year, we'd both say out. So it's on the fence. He's got a lot of work to do.
I don't know. It's kind of crazy to think that Phil Foden, like England has so much talent, they can leave off of a Phil Foden, right?
The only reason I will say that as well is, Nico, it's not about his talent. We both agree he's a super talent, one of the best. But you've also got to listen to what the manager is saying. The England manager's made very interesting comments when he says, I'm not even going to pick just the most talented players. It's more than just being a footballer. There's other aspects in what Thomas Tuchel looks to when he...
And it seems like...
Ask you, Nigel sitting on the fence?
I'm not sitting on the fence.
It says out, but now he's telling
it is all about... Thomas Tuchel has made it very clear it's about taking the best group, right? Constructing the best team. Marcus Rashford is another man in question. Does he make the 26-man squad?
I say in. Yes.
How come?
I still think there's an opportunity for him on that left-hand side. At the moment, we've only got Anthony Gordon, who's pretty much the favoured one, but Marcus Rashford does have the ability to play. He's playing regular football at Barcelona. He's doing well. I think he's a player that Thomas Tuchel really likes behind closed doors, and I would say he's in.
I would say I could disagree with a lot of what Nigel said there. I think he's playing inconsistently at Barcelona, but I do think the manager likes him. He's got that player profile, pace, tall, direct, drags you up the pitch. I think that's why he's in the squad.
Okay, so staying on this theme of the manager's liking is Jude Bellingham, because I think from a talent perspective, we all can agree that he is a superstar, but it's a lot of the other things that he brings to the national team that have been a topic of conversation in England.
Well, my point to that is, what does he bring to the national team that is any different to when we were loving him? Just doesn't do more media with everybody? That's what it is. It's now become the problem that everybody else has. For me, nailed on, in one of the best midfielders that's unfairly judged because he had such a great breakout season. Now that we go, oh, that's the standard. That standard is very difficult for anyone to live with. Plays for Real Madrid, still one of the best players in world football, and he's still only 22 years of age. I can't believe it's even a conversation.
In, definite. Talent like this don't come along often. Whether you like it or not from a personal perspective, that's down to you. But he is a very talented player. He brings a different kind of catalyst in that English dressing room, which we need.
Yeah. Completely.
Questionable whether he'll start.
Okay.
But definitely in.
I agree. Someone that is also on the fence is Harry Kane. I'm kidding, guys.
I'm about to walk off.
Okay, I think
That's good for me.
I would be scared of facing Harry Kane at the World Cup. No, Trent. He's been marred by injuries. One of the best fullbacks in the world has really been so far removed from the spotlight this season with Real Madrid.
That's what's killed him. Injuries, lack of consistent playing right now. I can't see him a way of Trent getting into this England squad. Again, not about his talent. One of the best passers of football in the world's game. Truly talented player. But the lack of games, the lack of playing this year and the injuries, I can't see him getting fit enough to be in Thomas Tuchel's side for the World Cup.
Yeah, it's just about does he play enough football between now and the World Cup. Again, talent aside, he's fantastic. Reece James, unfortunately for Trent, is having the best season he's had in a long time in terms of availability at Chelsea. I think he's Thomas Tuchel's favourite. And then you look at the likes of Livramento, who's playing a lot for Newcastle, Lewis Hall as well. So for me, I think he misses out, unfortunately. Okay,
last one. One of the marquee signings of the summer, Eberechi Eze, whose role at Arsenal has diminished a little bit.
Geez, that was quick.
I just think, unfortunately, for Eze, he's not playing a lot at Arsenal. I think he's had that game against Spurs in the North London derby, which has been good. But unfortunately, when you play for Arsenal, you have to deliver more performances more regularly. He's not doing that. I think he's in a position with Cole Palmer, Morgan Rogers, Jude Bellingham, you can put in there, Phil Foden, you can put in there. It's just unfortunate. I think he's just going to miss out.
I think the lack of game time is what's killing him the most at the moment. Because again, Tuchel said it, you have to be playing football. He's made it very evident clear. He's been very direct. Just like this guy here, when he was a manager, how direct he is. He doesn't mince his words. Believe what he says.
You holding something back?
No, we've got to get to break.
All right.